In 2022, a young man walked into an overcrowded 3,000 capacity hall. Before this young man went for this event, he was lost, confused, and tired of life. But during the course of this event, something happened that changed the trajectory of his life. We could say that it was because of something he heard in that event. In fact, it was that. It was an innovation story. We're going to come back quickly to the story of this young man and what happened thereafter. But before that, let's talk about innovation. Innovation is the creation of a new idea, process, tools, or devices. Innovation is the process of creating a new idea, tools, processes, or methods. Why should we innovate? Why is innovation important? We have seen a lot of people that have been left in the dark age because they refuse to move with innovation. We have also seen companies that were the leaders in their industry being crushed to dust because they refuse to innovate. So everyone here should ask themselves this one question: how do we innovate? Especially in this current era of AI. A renowned philosopher said, it is not those that are the strongest that survive, it's not the wisest that survive, but those that adapt the most. Pierre Buck, who was the first woman to win both the Pulitzer Prize and the Nobel Prize, quoted, "In order to understand tomorrow, we have to search yesterday." So let me quickly take you down a history lesson on the revolutions that have gotten us here in terms of innovation. In the first revolution, that was the advent of the coal engine, the railways, and the bolstering the global trade. That's the first time we were able to connect different countries to trade. That happened around 1960 to 1840. Quickly after that, we are ushered into the second industrial revolution. Engines, assembly line system, we are the hallmarks of this era. These were the days of the men who built America. After that, from 1960 to 2000s, we had the technological revolution, devices, internet connectivity. In fact, the main deal here was the movement from analog systems to digital systems. But that's not all. Currently, we have a new revolution upon us. The fourth industrial revolution, popularly known as the 4IR, otherwise the year of artificial intelligence. And when I went through this history line, I figured out that each of these years and each of these times has one big purpose: to make life easier, processes faster, and experiences better. To make life easier, processes faster, and experiences better. Like the railways in the first industrial revolution that enabled us to have trade across different countries in a very faster means. The assembly line system in the second industrial revolution, which ushered in what we know today as 95, enabling us to produce unsurmountable amounts of vehicles within a short period of time. The internet connectivity in the technological revolution, giving us things we know today as Facebook, WhatsApp, and X. So, the next step we should talk about are the three types or categories of innovation. Now, we have seen these examples, but now that AI is within us, a new innovation is being thrown out of the shelf every single day. In fact, we might not have the resources or both the resources in this our climb to fast track our innovation processes. What should we do? You have three categories of innovation. We have incremental innovation, we have disruptive innovation, and we have radical innovation. As the name says, incremental innovation are when you build upon what already exists. You just improve on it. Disruptive innovation is when you invent a totally new way to do things like a manner never seen before. Radical innovation is when you produce something that has never seen the face of the earth. And I'll tell you a story about radical innovation, because that's the most important one we should be thinking about right now. Meet Reeve. Reeve came into USA in the late 90s. He went into University of Philadelphia, where he got 2 degrees. After that, he quickly went to Stanford for his PhD, but he dropped out after 2 days to start a company. Reeve was lucky. His first company was successful and he made wealth. Quickly after that, he sold and went to start another company with his friends, a payments company. He was also lucky at that point. The second company as well was successful. Then he had these 2 radical ideas he always wanted to experiment, and he chose to push in all the funds he has made into these 2 different companies. But he wasn't really lucky at this point. The process was daunting. These are the most bleak years of his life. But after quite a while, Reeve reached success. And today, Reeve is the richest man in the whole world. Elon Reeve Musk. In 2007, iPhone broke the internet. Apple introduced the first keypadless Android to ever seen, to the shock of behemoths like BlackBerry and Nokia, which were in existence. When Steve Jobs was asked about this radical innovation, he said that this innovation, which is the iPhone, imbibes the true spirit of radical innovation, which means this is what innovation should really look like, something that has never been seen before. And he built on the quote by Thomas Edison. When he built vehicles, he was asked, why did you build vehicles and why did you ask people what they want? He said, if I had asked, people would have wanted faster horses. This is the true spirit of innovation. Let's talk about principles of innovation. How do you innovate? 1, you must have the mindset of creation. You must have the creative mindset. Everyone here was gifted with this mindset, but not everyone exploits or uses this. You must be able to create something out there. Either an idea, a process, a product, a tool, anything. Just like Oprah Winfrey went from a poor background to being the richest black female in the whole world, building the largest media empire. 2, your innovation must be public. It's beyond oneself. You don't light a candle and put it under a bushel, which means you have to be willing to put out your innovation out there. It doesn't serve anyone or it doesn't serve any purpose when it's private. If Elon hadn't told people about his innovation, nobody would have known. 3, you have to be willing to try over and over again. You would fail, but once you keep going, then success is very close. Just like Thomas Edison said after his famous 99th failure while inventing the electric bulb. He said, those that give up are oftentimes those that don't know how close they are to success. This was what this young man heard in that event. After that, he went on to university, even though he ended up doing a course which he did not choose himself. He started building a startup in 200 level, though the startup failed. He built another one, 300 level, though with current post operations. But he was still able to somehow graduate with his first class degree in software engineering. Currently, this young man is building an incubator to enable young founders build from Africa. That young man is standing right before you today. That young man is me. You have to go there and create. You have to go there and make a mess out of yourself. You have to go there and create new ideas to the world. Go out there, create a new idea, create a new product, create a new tool, create anything of importance to the world. It's your turn. Thank you very much.
Ladies and